have four principles in consideration. Learn a pattern, learn the application, play around with the application, then you can fight. So learn a pattern, learn the application, drill and just play around so much with the application that you just learned, so you don't recognize the technique anymore. You just drill, and do all kind of variations which suits yourself. Okay, the information is still from the pattern and the application, right? And then you can use it. If not, you cannot use it, because you have to learn how to time it. You have to learn the distancing. You have to learn the body of your opponent, your own body, and everything. Just like free sparring. There's another thing that when I do a lot of applications, free sparring has also applications, not just for competitions, but also for self-defense. The most important thing, in my opinion, for self-defense that we do in ITF is free sparring in competition, because you learn distancing, you learn timing, you learn hand-face coordination, cutting the ring, footwork, and everything. All this in a free environment with an opponent that wants to do the same thing to you. This is so important. And if you don't drill the applications which I just showed, you cannot use them. You might have the knowledge, but you don't have the skill. Okay? So let's move on. We can do another interesting one from Taekwon-Do, where we introduce the connecting, the continuous motion. So basically, if you hold here, I strike and I do a chokumaki. So nothing more than that. Okay? So I go forward. 1, 2. Easy. Okay? Taekwon-Do, Tosan. Yes. Tosan. Let's go to Tosan, next chapter. Tosan is a lot of haymaker in my book. Okay? So if you punch on the other side. Okay, you can slap a couple of times. Go. Okay, my turn. Boom, boom. That's it. Okay. So the attack must be, don't block. It must be real. Here. You must hit. You don't have to hit hard. So you just have to get used to getting hands in your face. Okay. So if you go, I go here. First movement of Tosan. Okay. Other side. So I'm blocking with this one. I'm flinching. I'm evading with this, and look, I have the perfect chamber. And then I do a strike with the forearm and pull this one to the hip and strike the side of the neck here. Okay, other side. Yeah, understand. So this is the first movement of Tosan. And this movement we do 4 times. 2 times on each side, left and right, okay? That means it's important if it's repeated that many times. Here's a drill which we can combine the first and the last movement of Tosan. So just have a stiff arm out here, be strong. So I can go on the outside with the Anonsugi. Step out a little bit. So I use the Anonsugi to go under his yeah, under his hip. Thank you. From here, straight over. For Taekwon, we use the L stance. A little bit more controlling, okay? But for this drill, I go 1, 2. So from here, I'm here. So a little bit closer again. That's it. So from here, I go under and I change side. And now suddenly I'm on top again. Boom. I go under. I change side. I'm on top again. Boom. Under. Take down. Strike. Take down. Strike. Okay? So this is the drill from Tosan. Another interesting thing from Tosan is the Sumsukuturgi. If you go a little bit closer, and if you hold, watch his chin. Comes a little bit forward, right? When I'm slapping the radial nerves on his arms here. This one goes over, this one goes straight in. Boom. That was unpleasant, right? Yes. So, how we go? With the chin. You see this? Okay, here. And we use the sunkut on the side of the jaw here. If you push on yourself on the side and you go deep, you feel the difference. So this one will flex anyway, so it doesn't matter. It will go to the side and you will hit the back of it, okay? So when you go here, oh, it's quite hard technique. Thank you. A little drink. So let's move on. We have Hamaki. Kick, double punch. Which is interestingly in an angle, okay? Let's say he goes for a haymaker, and we were supposed to do this. But, he goes over. Oh. I go here, and I catch, kick, punch, punch. One more. One, kick, punch, punch. One more. I can kick the back leg, torso, head, or the front leg. Doesn't matter. And punch. 1, 2. And the other side. Clench. I use the Hamaki. I get a hold of his arm. Maybe. Oh, maybe. I kick. Punch. Punch. Go again. So here is the part where we're playing. This is not a scenario-based self-defense. This is just playing around with different variations of technique. Maybe I'll go on the inside. Come on. Inside. Inside. Maybe I'll change. You go to the outside. You can go. Again. Again. Or I happen to come on the outside. Maybe I do a turning kick. Who knows? Punch. Kick. And now you can mix things up. Okay? So you can shop. But this combination is quite nice to drill. Everything is okay? Are you okay?
Yeah, we are okay. Thank you.
Okay, let's move on. So that was Tosan. We have some Chukumakis in there as well, which can be used for like under the jaw, right? And you have several. There you go. You can rush him down. Like you rush someone in the sparring and do a turning kick. Yeah. Just boom, boom, boom. That's a no-brainer. Let's go to Won-Hyo. So let's do some observe. For an example, here, you start Won-Hyo. Come closer. Here. Start like this. So the first monk salute, which in Won-Hyo the Chinese monk salute, or whatever you can call it. This is what you do in the Buddhist religion and for Chinese heritage. I don't know, but can also be come along technique, which is quite common among doormen and stuff like that, right? So let's say we do some variations. I go for a punch, and I can go here, and we go out again. Maybe you can do it. Okay, I go here. So to take some details there, if I'm here, I secure the wrist, and I do a move like Sombadak Olyumaki in Twitpatsogi. I'm not saying that that's the application for that, but it's the same move. So I go under, and I go straight for the wrist lock, like a goosenecker, like that, okay? And we can combine it with the punch, the other side so people see it, punch, and another technique which is in Won-Hyo quite many times is this one. Okay, quite powerful technique. We go here. Okay, go here, go over. This movement right here. Bang. Okay. So if you combine that one, punch, and then you can go down. Not. You can drill. Maybe we do a little bit here. Okay. Some variations, okay? Won-Hyo, we have this one, we have those. And we have, first time we meet, Gobudo Shumisogi, the side kick, okay? So, let's look at Gobudo Shumisogi for a moment. Go out so they can see our feet. You can do combing. Go from here. I'm stopping, like we did in Tosan. In Tosan, no, sorry, Tongun, we have open hands. In Won-Hyo, we have closed hands. That means maybe I hold on to something. From here, boom. Deliver a knee on the inside, and then I kick on the outside. So knee on the inside, boom, and knee on the inside. In Yul-Gok, we follow with the elbow, but this is one. Okay? Go here. Easy. Good. For old people, you can kick low, side kick. So in principle, this movement and this movement has the same upper body, right? If we are here, we can maybe struggle a little bit here. Maybe I headbutt, do a knee. Maybe I do a knee in the abdomen. Don't have to be, it can be in the groin or on the inside of the thigh. Back on the inside. Okay, so the knee can be anywhere. Depends what's available. Good. Won-Hyo, what's on the end of the Won-Hyo? We have Do-Mu. Yeah, okay. Let's say, så här kostar det något. Hamaki den. Det kostar det skulle, right? That's a normal judo throw. Sometimes people control the clothes on your arms, and you don't want that. So Do-Mu can be 1, 2, just to release those grips. Okay. Grabbing. So I go 1, 2, grab onto him, like we do in the pattern. Okay. One more. Go a little easy, go a little closer there. So, he got grip on my sleeves. I go up. I go pinky over. I do a low with the body drop. I chamber under on the outside. This one goes to the hip. And this one goes the same direction as my toes. Turn. And I kick. Boom. And we punch. Now we're in the fight again. But basically, the Do-Mu, which I like to use it as, is 1, 2. You can try. It's pretty easy. Okay. Let's take a look at next pattern. If there are questions.
Yeah, Roy, you have 2 questions, but we can add all the questions after.
Okay.
You finish if you want.
Yeah. Yeah, I can go all day, but let's.
Yeah, I have a long one and a small one for you.
Let's go to Yul-Gok. Okay. In Yul-Gok, we are introduced to the connecting motion with the double. Okay, with the connection here. I think the best application, which I like the most, is against a punch. Okay, so no, a hammer. I'll just swing with either hand. Boom. No, I'm just stopping his biceps here. Okay, the other side. So I'm stopping his biceps, basically. Boom. Okay. So from here, just right or left. Boom. I'm stopping, and this one I'm crossing over, like we do in the pattern. I'm opening his head here, or neck. A little closer. So, boom. I open and punch. Other side. And open and punch. Both sides, right? So it's a connecting motion. One more. The way to train haymakers is either open hand with a hit or headlock. So the movement goes through. Some of the bad things, I can say that, is that we stop in front. The only thing you get good at when you do that is to miss. So when we do stop in front, there's no reason to do anything. Slap. I have a reason. The harder it is, the better the reason. Okay. So slap again. Boom. I might not. He might slap a couple of times. Both hands. Both hands. I'm tired. Both hands came up. And stopped both his hands. So 1, 2. Can be both. Or just go, if you slap, and I go in his face. And you punch if that's the violent we want. Okay, so that's the culture model. Something other interesting stuff in Yul-Gok? No, let's go on to Joong-Gun. Yeah, Joong-Gun has an interesting start. The interesting start there is like if we do, if you cover yourself, there you go. On the other side. Let's see. Okay, you go. The beginning. We have this the first introduction to a low Muochomisogi. That's also a wrist lock. Because if you grab and I go for his elbow, his wrist will go bang. Don't do it to your friends. It's very strong, so don't do it to your friends. Friends who do, people who do wrist locks have no friends. On the other side. So both hands on the elbow and just push like that. Okay, very easy. If you're going to grab onto someone, grab above the cradle bone. If you go down, people who do wrist locks, they can do it immediately. Okay, So grab on top of the float. So that's if you do on this side, let's say wrist lock there, and release one. Like this rotation in the floating ribs. Okay. I go out or one, hit, change, and you have the some of that will be. So if you do it like in the pattern, change side there. So if you do, let's say, boom, release, one, kick. The kick can be anywhere. Inside far foot, inside near foot, groin, torso, you get the picture. So here, just go down and use the whole arm over this area, which is the floating ribs, okay? I pull back, change arm, go on the back of the head, and just turn the head over. Very easy. So one more. 1, 2, 3. So you can just wind the tape back and watch it again, okay? You don't have to do so many repetitions. Alba, maybe you should do this. Could you stand there? Zero. Against the camera. Zero, Kina. Vi går tilbake. Which one? Hæ? Ja, og gå her. Gå. Please. Up. Okay. So this is something that is good for door guys. And you stand here and you pull him over and take him down and choke him off. Just like this. More. So over here, stand like this, and we're talking. What I'm doing is I'm slapping that shoulder like that. And I'm slapping on the back of the shoulder like that. At the same time, so it's a very powerful move. You do this. More like a punch. The punching move. At the same time, I'm walking over in a walking stance behind him. This one stays, and this one goes on his belt. Push. And I'm here. No motion. One. I'm walking over. This one stays, and I'm pushing over. I'm sliding him down on my thigh. Here. Next movement is floating and like a low block, pull all the way up. So you can try a couple.
Hi, Roy.
Yes.
We are almost there.
Yeah, okay.
So it has been quite interesting this, and I have a few questions here.
Yeah, okay. Let's see a couple of repetitions with the kids.
Yes, please.
Okay, go. And go. Take a couple each. Go. 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 Yeah, okay, that's it. And do the side kick also. We talked about. So this is just go. One of the reasons in my book why we punch when we do the side kick. Grab the hand, lift it, and open up for the side kick to the floating ribs. And what happens if one of, if you grab him, Alba, and you do a low block, Elvin, suddenly we have free sparring. You see? So immediately when we're grappling, we all do this, all kind of things. And then when we lose contact and the conflict is on, it's a free sparring, all the free sparring skills is on, okay? On top of being streetwise, of course, okay? Yeah, that's it. Okay, thank you. Okay. We can open for a Q&A.
Yeah, yes, first of all, I must say that this has been quite insightful, and I think that everybody on the lobby here will be applying these amazing ideas on our classes. So I have two questions. I think that there are two questions. One is very long, so I will read it.
Take the short one first.
The short one? Okay, I will start with the short one.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's a short answer on a long question.
Okay, the short is Gianpietro Elias that he says that, love this. How do you introduce very physical
I'm sorry,
contact?
the sound is, I cannot hear you.
Okay, because this good. This is, how do you recommend introducing this physical
the sound is, I cannot hear your, maybe I can read it.
Maybe, can you hear me well? Okay. Gerardo, ¿no se me escucha?
Introducing this very touchy drill to students who are reticent about physical contact or are afraid. Any advice?
Yeah, just scale it down. Do you understand? Just a moment. The thing is, you have to, excuse me, you have to scale down the contact, just like we do in sparring. So if you have beginners, the first time they wear equipment, you go 5%. And then you scale up as the students get comfortable with the contact and comfortable with the exercises. Just scale down and respect people's boundaries and move slowly. Some people go fast, others go slow. That's how we are.
Another question is, does Roy have an application for giving hand a Quebec?
Okay. Yes. Want to see it?
Yes, an application.
Yep.
Yeah. Basically, this one are the same as this one, only full. So if you punch, I go pull and strike here also. At the same time, I'm going here. From here, in the pattern, we go here. So we go like this. And also another thing, watch his face now. What I'm doing, look, this is very uncomfortable, okay? You kick on the inside of the legs. Punch, pull. You kick on the inside. We go here. Pull. And then we do 1, 2, on either left or right. We also have an option after punch, where we are here in a high in Twitbalsogi. And we go 1, 2, like that. So from this, boom, 1, 2, 3, like. And we can move on. This one. So just.
Thank you, Roy. I think that we almost. So there are a few more questions that maybe we can share with you later. But I would say thank you for your participation in this big event. And now we have a free time to relax before the next hour start.
Yeah.
Almost
Thank you
1
very
minute.
much. Thank you very much for your time. Okay. Thank you.